Hello there. I'm going to walk you through how to save your STL file correctly to upload a design to 3DTeleprint. Let's get started. To get a successful upload, you'll need to make sure your STL file is manifold, landed or settled, centered, orientated correctly, and saves below 50 megabytes in size. We also require 3 photos of your object, including an orientation view, wireframe view, and view of the object's dimensions. We do encourage you to also upload a printed model view as well. To learn how to capture screenshots of your object by watching our video capturing screenshots. We will be using 3D Builder by Microsoft to demonstrate this process. To perform these steps on a Mac, please search the feature or function being demonstrated in the software you've chosen to use. We recommend Simplify 3D for Mac users. Let's take a look at how this works. Right-click your file and select Open with 3D Builder. Select the checkmark. 3D Builder does a check to make sure the STL is manifold. If it has issues, click in the bottom right corner to authorize the repair. If this repair breaks your part will need to be redesigned to be uploaded to 3DTeleprint. To learn how to remesh your object using Mesh Mixer, a link will be provided at the end of the video. Step 1 is done. Now we need to make sure the object is orientated correctly for 3D printing. Take this model for example. It can be made in various ways. The goal is to find the most efficient way that does not require supports while keeping print bed time low. You can see how the amount of support required to create this object, seen here in blue, as dependent on the product's orientation. This orientation is decent and would not require supports, but will spend as much time traveling as printing and could potentially produce a lot of stringing while printing. This would be the ideal orientation for printing this object, although the object would require supports for the empty space, but it would waste very little time traveling. Select the object, select the rotate icon in the middle, and use the arrows to change the object's orientation. Try to orientate the object so that it can be made without supports or the least amount of supports possible. Reducing the amount of support required increases the possibility your design is printed by a customer as a result of having shorter print bed time, making it more cost-effective for the customer. To learn more about print orientation, we will provide a link at the end of the video that goes over this in greater detail. Now we need to make sure the object is landed and centered. To land an object, select it. Select Object in the header. Then select Settle. And select the check mark. This makes sure your object is touching 0 on the Z-axis, as seen here. To center your object, make sure the object is still highlighted and select the far left Move icon that allows you to move the object along the X and Y axis and set a value of 0 for the X axis and a value of 0 for the Y axis. Now the only thing we have left to do is save our file below 50 megabytes in size. When saving, be sure and select STL from the Save As menu and name your object and select Save when you're finished. 3DTeleprint currently requires all uploaded STL files are under 50 megabytes in size. If your STL is over 50 megabytes in size, we can try the Simplify method to reduce its size. This object has a scan that has more than 1 million faces and is larger than the file size limit, so we need to reduce this object's density by reducing the amount of faces. Make sure the object is selected. Select Edit in the header. Select Simplify. Move the reduction bar over until you see a value of 1. You can see the amount of faces has been reduced by more than half in this example, making this file size much smaller. Select the check mark to accept the reduction. If your model is still intact, select the hamburger, select Save As. Be sure to select STL for the format. We recommend saving new versions each time you simplify, so you will not lose the resolution of your original model. Then select Save. You can now right-click your saved file and go to Properties where the size is visible. If it's still over 50 megabytes, you'll need to try and reduce it further. Your file is now saved correctly and ready to upload to 3DTeleprint.com and should not encounter any uploading errors. Use the links above to learn more about print orientation and how to use MeshMixer to remesh your object if your design had issues with the simplify or manifold features shown. Be sure to watch our video, Uploading Designs to 3DTeleprint, that will walk you through the process of uploading designs, either privately for internal use or feature it publicly with a per-print price. Watch our video capturing screenshots of 3D objects for a walkthrough of how to do it correctly. For those that don't own the design, but need a product produced by a local wingman operator, watch our video stream, A One-Time Print a Wingman, to have it created for you. Thank you for watching.